if you want a man to spend money, just tell him he's broke. Is it harsh? Yes. Is it ethical? Probably not. But does it fucking work? Yeah. I want you to say, I mean, if you can't afford it, that's like totally fine. You can just tell me that. Because what they're gonna say is, no, it's not that. I can afford it. You say, okay, well then what's going on? I mean, nothing. Like, yeah.
Oh yes, we're back again with another banger. Oh yes, we're back. I know it's been a minute, gentlemen, but again, duty calls. With 2025, we're 23 days in. And a lot has happened. A lot has taken place. A lot has begun. And a lot will end. But, again, let's take a look at this video we see at the front of this one here, right? We have a young Caucasian female, which is basically giving women a tidbit on how to extract money from men. Again, here we are in 2025, the boss babes, the women with the money, the career. They have all of this money and resource, right? Yet they're always in the process or in the business of trying to get money from men. That's a telltale sign now, isn't it? But what have we learned, fellas, up to this point? Which again, you see a bunch of the calamity via social media, specifically Facebook, in regards to the Donald Trump inauguration. You see the great divide yet again. In their minds, in the blue and the red's mind, it would be different under, their desired political party, right? Yet the difference doesn't mean it would be better. It would mean this struggle may be that struggle, or, well, since you don't have to deal with this, but you have to deal with that. To see people still up in arms over political beliefs is quite amazing. And this is why I no longer engage in the social media banter, because it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It is a fake flex of education. It's a fake flex of intelligence. It's a fake flex of just a sense of humanity and wanting to be involved, or trying to make it appear that you stand for something when you don't stand for anything. You just stand for what makes you feel good, what goes with your own agenda. You got 2025. You got going into 2025. You have women still believing. And for those of you who follow the likes of the Kendra G's, the likes of the Ashley Daltons, these women who have women on their shows daily posing and coming up on their platforms like they're ordering at fast food for men. I want a guy, he's 6'6", he makes $280,000, and he could be brown skinned. I mean, he can be faithful a little bit. They think they're doing mail order husbands. They think they can just get on here and manifest and tell a woman who has not shown a man or hasn't had a man of this caliber, or who doesn't have a man currently. They're going on a woman who does not have the man that they desire, which more than likely he fits her profile as well. She doesn't have the man that she's trying to manifest through her. So how does she think that works? It's almost like they're treating this as a genie. When you see the women that are now pronouncing or announcing that they're agnostic or anti-Christian, or they're spiritual, they don't follow a certain religious doctrine, they have a genie mentality. They can make some incantations, make some noises, and their dreams are just going to come true, which is not the case. It does not work in a sense of you put, you go to a wishing well and you tell or Santa Claus, and you say, I want a toy, I want a bike, I want this. It does not work that way, ladies. And this is a discipline that you as men must start to practice, which is not engaging or even entertaining the words of women. You have to look at their actions. What has their action shown when they give you the background, 3 baby daddies? And I don't even want to set the bar that low, because I want you men to get in a pool and get in an area that you don't really deal with the bottom of the barrel. So I see a lot of complaints with men saying they can't find women and modern women in this country or this and that. You have to get around quality women. Now, you're going to deal with a lot of riff-raff, but you must know how to identify and how much time to give the riff-raff. It should be very minimal, very swift dealings. It should not be any cat and ring around the rosy and playing mouse and I'm going to wait 8 hours to text her back and it shouldn't be any of that in this point. Your focus should be pure elevation to get to the highest point possible, to gather and accumulate as much resources as you can. Because once you do that and you put yourself forward and yourself first, you're going to get a different reaction from men and women. The people that people admire and love the most are the ones that love and admire themselves the most. And I know that sounds kind of, for lack of better words, conceited, but you must make yourself and take yourself as a priority. Because if you don't, who will? If you don't treat yourself nice, who will? You're going to get the bottom of the barrel treatment. So you're going to lose friends and families and family and relationships, because once you draw the line in the sand, how you deal with one thing is going to matriculate into your other endeavors. You're going to deal with everything in a sense of you want the best, you want the top-notch experience, you want the 1% experience all around the board. It's not going to be I take the bottom of the barrel here and then get the best over here. How you deal with one thing, how you approach one thing is going to be how you approach all things that you do. And going into the dating market, if you are still searching, it is best that you get into the best pool possible. You get around the women who fit your element or who fit your profiles, right? You must be able to adapt. You cannot change a woman. None of your words, none of the Derek Jackson quotables and all of the talk of the table, none of those quotables or empowering statements are going to coach and change a woman. Who you meet is who she is. Who she reveals herself to be is who she is. She does not get better or is softer with age. No. She's going to be set in her ways. The women that change and that make those adjustments, everything is adjusted, not just one thing. So I see women going the Jesus freak route, right? They want to play religious this and post the Bible, scriptures and going to church. But in the next slide, it's a body selfie with a catchy caption, "I'm still her." But the previous slide is a church quote or is something regarding God. You see, a leopard does not change his spots. It's going to stay the same. They're going to just try to hide them and apply the makeup a little better. They're going to contour the makeup a little better to make it appear that they're real spots, but they're not. But you see a bunch of the banter, the back and forth, again, preceding the inauguration and the orders that have been put in place. Speaking to the black community specifically, it is very odd that we're still complaining and begging for handouts. You look at the DEI programs that have been, I would say, suspended, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever the case may be, yet you have people up in arms that I can't get a handout anymore. You're not doing anything for me anymore. What did this idea that you're going to be dependent upon another group of people your entire existence come into play? Where did that idea come from? People think environments just stay the same. You think you're just going to do the same thing and you'll be out of here before you have to adjust. No, every person on this earth is going to go through a period in life in which they're going to have to make an adjustment. The plan is not going to go as planned. There's going to come a period in life where you're going to have to evolve and adapt to a very adverse environment. It's not going to be smooth sailing your whole way through. That's not how life works. There's going to be some adversity, and you're going to let that adversity affect you positively or negatively. You're going to pick. You have to choose how this adversity, alters your personality, your spirit, your mindset, etc., etc. But the dating dynamics, again, in 2025 are still the same. Women are in business. They're looking for the dates, looking for the vacations. If you notice this, and I said this before in previous videos, women of today in the West and a few other places have this crazy obsession with vacations. You see Lisa Ray pointing it out at 56, almost pushing 60 years old, this crazy obsession with vacation. And I'll tell you what that is. That is a way a woman can gloat to other women how much or the type of guy she's dealing with. This is a way to confirm the type of man she's with or the type of man she's dealing with. Dealing with the man and being with the man is two different things. Dealing with the man is the situationship. She can't really show him. She can show his hand, his foot, but she can't show his face. She can't tag him on Instagram and Facebook. So this is her sneaky link, but she still wants to use this as a gloat to show, well, he took me to Brazil, he took me to Colombia or Tulum or, wherever the case may be that's expensive or considered high-end posh lifestyle. Dating and vacations are at the top of the food chain right now. So if you're not a guy that can provide that experience, she's going to bypass you right out of the gate. It's not even really going to be a conversation for the most part. She's going to dismiss you as a applicant because she can't say that he had me on the balcony. You see, she can't post, certain date night images that show she's in the ranks of the Dreas and the Jada Waiters because she thinks she's them. You see, in Kendra G, if you follow Kendra G, she has a video on her page, not to harp on her too much, but she has a video of her page in where she took offense to a woman who basically lumped her into the same group as her, stating that they were the leftover women, and Kendra G took a lot of offense to it to make sure she distinguished herself from the woman on the chat or on the video call, stating about the amount of money she makes, the amount of bills she pays out. Women do not like being compared to women that they feel that they are better than. And in these situations where you have a woman who's a dating coach or a matchmaker, whoever, she's going to feel that she's better than the woman coming up, because if she wasn't, or if she didn't feel that way, she would be on the opposite end. She would be the woman calling into another woman's dating show, trying to get a man via wish list. You see? So women hate being compared to women that they feel they look better than, or they have more status than, or more style, whatever the case may be. So she's going to make it her duty to separate. So you see, this is where the whole term the pick me came from. A lot of this is pick me type of banter. She doesn't want to be lumped in with the women that she can look at and say, you're not going to get the man that you're speaking to me about. That's where the offense comes into play. But vacations, dinner dates, all of the luxurious, looking experiences is going to be her focal point. Because if she can't get the husband, at the bare minimum, she can get the lifestyle. And the lifestyle is her merely showing how much a man has spent on her. And that's what she's going to post to social media. This is not going to be a real life, because come Sunday, she's going to be back at home looking to clock in Monday morning for Mr. Weiss and whoever else, that she can't be late. So she has a 9-to-5 lifestyle, but on the weekend she lives the rich and glamorous lifestyle via social media, because she's a content creator too. So she just has a 9-to-5 for insurance and shit like that, right? Because her real money comes in from her being an influencer. Go figure. How is everyone a social media influencer, or even saying that as a job title and occupation? But that's my 2 cents for the first video of 2025. I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting, but I felt I had to put this video out for you guys just to kind of keep the algorithm up. You'll get more content and more videos from me soon. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's the Date Master.